So victorious. It's such an inspirational story. It's also a Latino story. So for me, it's always important to kind of do those type of movies and to play characters like Judy that I felt were very relatable and inspirational. To see where she started and where she is today is really remarkable. But it really is Anthony's story at the end of the day. And Jarrell did an amazing job playing Anthony. The things he had to overcome, not just physically, but also mentally and psychologically, to become the extraordinary person that he is today. It's not even so much about the wrestling, it's about the things that we wrestle with in our lives. And it's just a really beautiful family story, a beautiful story between a mother and a son. And I felt very honored to be able to play it, to be quite honest. You know, it's funny because she doesn't want any credit and she doesn't think she deserves anything. And it's just like, it's like a woman thing, right? Like we always feel like we want to do better, that it's somebody else that should get the credit, not us, especially as moms. Sometimes we always want our kids to kind of shine but you know, if you speak to Anthony, her son, he really gives the credit of who he is to her. And so that's a beautiful thing. They really, because she had him so young, they kind of raised each other in a weird way. They taught each other so much. And her love and her strength and her love and acceptance of him made him love and accept himself. And I think created this extraordinary human being who inspires so many people. So again, like getting to know Judy and the struggles that she went through to become who she is really, you know, something that as an actress was very full character to play. And so I was excited to do it and I understood it too. So it was a pleasure to be able to do it. I mean, I think you can't help but watch these stories. I mean, that for me, what I love about film, I love seeing it in the theater too, because it's so different than watching it at home on a TV screen. It's like you get this big epic experience, and this movie especially, I think, definitely gives you that. But that's what these stories do. You know, they remind you, like, no matter who you are, you have your struggles, and you're go through life and you can overcome anything if you just kind of put your head down and focus on the right things. So yeah, very exciting for people to see it. And I think it's a perfect family movie for the holidays. And it's going to be a lot of fun for people to experience this person, I think. I think of Anthony Robles. That's what I think of. I think, you know, being on this press tour with him, you know, I was so impressed with him, and that's why I wanted to be part of the story to begin with, and impressed with Judy, his mom, who I have the, you know, kind of good fortune to play. Because the more I hear him speak, the more inspired I become. I would describe all of the cast and everybody behind the scenes as spectacular and wonderful. For me, it was very important because I think that there's been a diminishing of certain, you know, communities and certain people, and that's not really what America stands for. And so I was very keen to get out there and very particular with the message that I wanted to deliver personally to people, because I know that's what I want to hear. You know, it's like, you matter, you're important, you have the power, go out there and use it. And I think sometimes we forget that. We think we're just one person and we're not going to make a difference, but we are. And today, everybody is. So vote and go out there and, yeah.